Oh boy, let me just say that, truth be told, I am exhausted, just flat out exhausted. And it's not necessarily because of what I'm doing every day in terms of work. It is just that the emotional capacity over here, it's empty. Like this election season needs to end ASAP. So let's do this because I have some things to share. Let's get our intro music going and we'll get started. Good afternoon. This is Girl Listen, and I am Gwendolyn G.R. Houston Jack. Yeah, that's who I am. Thank you, Jesus. We are live. It's November 1st already. Oh my goodness. This month needs to go by really fast too. But it is November 1st. We are streaming live to LinkedIn and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, we would love it if you would like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we would also love to know where you are tuning in from, either if you're watching live or in the replay. Either we would love to know. I was actually out today. Doing some things. I got some great news to share, doing some things. And this young lady said to me, she said, I recognize you from social media. And I thought, oh, Lord, what have I said? Because sometimes I say stuff and I know what I'm saying, but sometimes I say stuff. And I was like, oh, great, So I would love to know where you guys are watching. You never know. We may be in the same neighborhood. You just never know. You may be in the same neighborhood. But it is Friday, and that means it's that G is Fire Friday. Yeah, so we started here. We start here at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern, with the live version of Girl Listen. And then we roll over to Indie Soup Media, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central, for a replay of Girl Listen and Ladies Listen Up at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. And can I just say this, Indie Soup Media, we are at 20,000 subscribers. Yeah, we are doing the things, doing it. A new season starts very soon, so I'm so excited about that. We'll get into that probably next week because it's just at this moment, I just kind of want to get myself together. It's taxing. It is taxing here. And hey, we got some friends in the building. Hello, Danny. Hello, sister. How are you? We have my partner, my work husband, Ron, is here, and my sister is here as well. Jessica is here. I will have you know, Jessica, I have not played any more holiday music since earlier this week. But what can I tell you? I am ready. I am ready for all of the things. I know November just rolled in. I need to roll on out so I can get on vacation because I am tapping the wall. So much so, if I may. I'm drinking ginger ale today, guys. I'm just drinking ginger ale. Nothing super special. But if you wanted to, you can get your glass. You can get your Girl Listen merch as well at the Veiled Vault. I believe there's a link in the bio. There is a link there. But I'm just doing ginger ale. And when I tell you I am exhausted emotionally, I'm sorry. Okay, so little inside story. Jessica is a Mariah Carey fan. So is my husband. He is actually a big Mimi fan. And if I'm not mistaken, her Amazon home decor, her holiday home decor line launched yesterday. I didn't go online just yet, but it is time. I mean, and I love some Mariah, and I'm gonna be rocking that Mariah. So it's that time. But I keep holiday music in my car all year round because it keeps my nerves in check. Okay, just so you know. But here is also a great thing. So I guess 2 years ago, a year ago. I think a year ago, I interviewed Amber Jackson of Glitz Optical. She's where I get all of my fly eyewear. And today, y'all, she opened up her first store in Dallas, Texas. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let me tell you real quick. If you are not surrounded by people who want to see you succeed and do well, you need to dump them people, get you some good people who will cheer you on and be by your side when you are like in your season. Now, Amber's been crying all day. And trust, I think about meeting her in 2019 in one of those sort of creative bazaars. And she was just there doing her stuff, selling stuff. She still does mobile consultations, but she has a storefront. Is that like, I was just like, I'm so proud of you for what you're doing and how you have grown this business and some fashionable eyewear. So when I pop up in a little bit with some new specs, don't be surprised because I should not have gone in there, and I went in there and it was bad. It was good, but it was bad. Hey, shout out to Black Eighth Element who is in the building, and of course, yes, Danny, it is great. I mean, it's off of West Wheatland. And I made my very first trip to a Joe V's Shop Smart. They're part of the HEB family. Oh my goodness. Now my daddy loves shopping at Joe V. And I was like, Pops, it's just a store. It's not that big a deal. I understand now why he loved shopping there. I am committed now to going to Joe V's to get my meat. I mean, I got a whole box of meat for $20, y'all. 5 nights, 5 dinners. I was like, what? Yeah, I'm converted. I am converted at this point. I am converted, and yes, no, you won't get lost. You won't get lost. We can work it out. But you know what? Can we talk about this really quick? Because Lord bless, I'm just trying to, where do we go from here? And here's what I'm talking about. This season, this election season has proven to be the most eye-opening, the most heartbreaking, disappointing season that I have ever experienced. I'm only 49, all right? So work with me here. But just last night, there was a Halloween parade, I want to say in Philly. If somebody knows, put it in the comments, but I want to say it was in Philly, and there was a Halloween parade, and there was a float with a golf cart that had the former president, 45, next to a person with a sniper, and then behind this golf cart, in a chain and handcuffs, was a woman who was dressed up as if she was VP Harris. And I said to myself, first of all, who approved that bullshit? But whatever, because it's just like disgusting, across the board disgusting. And then I thought to myself, this is who we are. This is who we are. Now, it doesn't really matter where you stand. Like, this is not that conversation. But I do have a poll. The poll is, should elections be 3 months long going forward? Because this right here, I can't do this again. Like my nerves aren't built for it. But no matter who wins, we're not done with this environment that we're currently in, where this whole new wave of hate and vitriol, it is just, when I say emotionally exhausting, it is emotionally exhausting. I don't even know. I don't know where we go from here. So let me say it like this. Real quick. I have worked with a lot of people, right? Like we all have worked with some people. And these people that I have worked with, most of I've worked with, we all had the same focus and everything, right? Like we worked as a team. And now that we don't work together, that's fine. It's no big deal. But seeing some of the statements these people have made, and I can't help but look at them funny. Like, I believe we're all entitled to our own opinion, so that's not it. But then when you say certain things, I cannot help but look at you sideways, because I'm just like, we actually worked together. Like, we worked together, and this is what you're doing. This is who you are. So I'm finding myself a little conflicted. Like I said before, I don't know where we go from here. So this is one of my favorite James Baldwin quotes. To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a state of rage almost all of the time. Seriously. Like, really. Some of the comments made about VP Harris, and I'm gonna phrase it like this. Not only is it about women, but it's about Black women, right? And some of these comments were just so disgusting. I don't even know what other word to use between disgusting and vile. And I'm looking at this person like, you and I used to work together. So now I have to wonder, sometimes I don't think I wonder. Sometimes I did feel when I worked at my previous job that my presence was tolerated, and it's okay, because trust, that's not that. But I always felt as if, most of the folks there, and I hate to use the word, but I'm going to use the word decent. I am going to use the word decent. I'm going to use it. But seeing some of the comments and these acts that are going on right now, is just, I don't even know what we're supposed to do. So let's say that VP Harris gets in. Now, we've seen January 6th. Heck, we're seeing ridiculous stuff at some of these polling places right now. People just trying to vote. It's beyond. But I also have to tell myself, this is who America is and has always been. I can't pretend and have that childlike ignorance that, this is just a fluke. It's not a fluke. It has always been there. Check it. Not only has it always been there, we haven't been out of this war for a very long time. It hasn't been that way. The fact that, I am 49 years old. 49, I say that because it hasn't been that long ago that we had drinking fountains and bathrooms for those with melanin and those without. It has not been that long. We make it seem like, oh, that was so long ago. No. It has not been that long ago. It is not. I just knew as a kid that we still wouldn't be at this place where we're talking about civil rights. We're talking about police brutality. We're talking about fair wages. We're just trying to exist. Women's rights. There was a young lady. Now, I don't know exactly when she died, but another death has been reported from a young lady in Texas who could not get the reproductive health care she needed. I think she was 20. I believe she was 20 years old. I'll check the facts. I'll get it to you. I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I just consider myself, I'm too old for this shit. I did not think when I sat in my classroom reading about civil rights and these riots and people fighting for stuff, I just did not anticipate that I would be repeating that history. It is 2024, right? And here I am fighting for rights for my grandbabies, my nieces. Shit myself. Just trying to do it for me. Hell. Like, how are we still here? I'm trying to wrap my head around it because no matter who gets in, this environment that we are in, where people feel as if this is what the country should be like. Now I'm gonna say it again. I appreciate 𝐼𝐸𝐸 and George Jefferson. I appreciate people who recognize their bigotry, who recognize their misogyny, who recognize their homophobia. I appreciate it because at least I know who I'm talking to. At least I know who I'm dealing with, right? And Archie was all in. I appreciate it. When I say it was heartbreaking to read some of the comments from former colleagues about migrants and other topics that have been in the news, I swear to God, there's a place in me that wants to give people the space to say whatever they want to say. And then there is a space in me that wants to just literally corner them and say, who exactly are you? Like who are you? Because when I say flabbergasted. And I don't know if that's just me thinking that people are just good people, if I could say it like that. But I just said to myself, but I mean this sincerely. My heart broke. I was like, I actually worked with you. We actually sat down and broke bread. And so that, like, to know this person and then to really know their heart. Yeah, we do see them for who they are now. Yes, you're right. We do. And that's the part. So like after this is over, after the election is over, right? Because if it goes the other way, either way, it's going to be some BS popping off either way, right? So how do we move forward? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I can't look at these people the exact same way. I cannot look at them the same way, knowing what they have said about pretty much Black women. Because last time I checked, I'm pretty tan. This is a year-round tan. The sucker it's not coming off. So if you talking about one, you talking about all. And I'm just like, I don't know where, like, how do you navigate those waters and act as if that was just a one-time thing, right? It's only a half century. Thank you, Ron, because it has not been that long. It is disgusting. Oh, you deleted and you blocked. I may have to go to a place of removing people. And you want to, you try to give yourself this space of being open and seeing other perspectives, and it just becomes too much. It becomes too much. You know what I really like though? I like how people, I need to go back for some stuff. I need to go back because I see this where people are saying that they're just sharing their opinion. We tell ourselves a lot of lies, myself included. Like I told myself this lie that and my mother says, no, you really are fair-minded. I told myself this lie that I was really fair and open-minded. Now, I don't need you to agree with me. That is a no. But I have come to realize that I don't have a space in my life for folks who exhibit hate. I don't have that. Actually, it's just not here. I can't get down with it. I can't get down with it. And I don't even understand. Like I was talking to my friend Ron. I was talking to Ron about this. I don't understand how seeing somebody who doesn't look like you causes you mad issues, right? Like if you want to use charcoal versus, wood burning grill. Okay, great. I mean, like you still cooking your meat. Okay. You want to put sugar on your grits? I'm not judging you. I am, but you can still put sugar on your grits. I'm not going to stop you from doing it. Like it does not impact my plates. Like I can still have my grits and my Gouda cheese and my cayenne pepper, my salt, and I'm happy. Right? I'm just trying to figure out why we are so caught up in that and why we have this need to vilify somebody who's other. There was somebody the other day because Nick Bosa decided to throw on a hat. And then when people asked him about it, truly softball question, he was like, oh, it's just a moment in time. It's just nothing else to say. And someone said, well, Nick Bosa was representing America. That's what he was doing. And Colin Kaepernick was going against the national anthem and the flag. So there was a comment that said, if you don't like what's going on here, you can just leave forever. You know what I like when people tell somebody to leave and they heal on stolen land too? You got a lot of nerve. Now, I don't care what boat your people came over on, but it was on a boat. Okay? Like, I don't see you as being indigenous, but okay. But it's that kind of stuff. Shout out to hey GNC. Hey, what's going on there, man? It's that kind of stuff that I'm trying to wrap my arms around. We got to a place of being politically correct. And it drove a lot of people to the underground, into their safe circles where they were allowed to be as nasty and as vile as ever. And then somebody said, well, let me try one thing. And nothing happened. No accountability, no clutching of pearls, nothing. And so then other people said, well, hey, if this is what we're doing now, then let me get out there and do it too. Because here's how I feel. Okay. I find myself perplexed. I find myself trying to figure out, what does tomorrow look like? Election day can't get hit fast enough, real talk. You got people out here trying to burn ballots. Some kids going out with a machete. It's some real ignorant stuff going on out here. But put all that aside. It doesn't mean that the environment we currently have right now goes away. It is very much here. And what are we to do with it? I don't really have an answer. All I know is I am tired. I am emotionally tired. My vacation cannot come fast enough because we've been fighting and we've been fighting and we've been fighting. And I'm just like, at what point? Now you can do one of two things. You can just stop. You could stop fighting. You could stop fighting. But then we wouldn't be at this place. Like there was a young African-American gentleman who was saying that, voting is just a fraud. Like it doesn't do anything. I don't know why people go through the motions of doing it. And it hit me. And Ron's already heard this. It hit me that, what really agitates me is for a person of color to talk about how the act of voting has no impact. Keep in mind that he wouldn't be in the position to be on social media if someone hadn't voted for him to have access. Like he could still be out in the cotton fields, could be on the block, could still be a sharecropper, could still not be a citizen if somebody somewhere hadn't fought for you to be even considered human. You know what people don't understand? Because we've got to this whole idea of I'm just fighting for me and I'm going to screw the collective. You have to think to yourself, I'm not fighting or voting just for me. I am fighting for the person coming behind me. I may not get a chance to experience whatever greatness is coming, but my grandbabies will. My nieces will. Right? That's the thought. It's not about you. It's the future. Because these decisions have generational impacts. Like you wouldn't be able to be so cocky in a car if somebody didn't say, we deserve basic human rights. You didn't get that because you're here. You got it because somebody somewhere fought for it, gave their life up for it. Somebody did it. You know what I mean? Like the audacity. Ugh. But it's okay because you're getting the impact. You're feeling the reward of that person's hard work and sweat and death and blood. You're feeling the reward. So you act like, oh, it's no big deal because, you know, I got my cell phone. I'm doing it. It is insane. And it hasn't been that long ago. I mean, Jesus Christ. Women's rights, what are we like 50 some years in? Something like that. And they want to roll it back. They want us to just step aside, take care of our families, and keep a good household. Oh my goodness. I'm conflicted. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not really conflicted. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly is this going to go? Because I'm telling you right now, my rights, I'm fighting for them bitches. I'm fighting for them. I don't want my nieces and my granddaughter to have to deal with this. I do not want that life for them. I don't want it for them. I want something better. I want them to have options and be able to dream the biggest dreams and go for it. I want that for them. Now, if they want to stay at home, great, even better. If they don't, that's wonderful too. But I want them to have options. And that if they have a voice, that voice is heard. Even if the horse they're backing doesn't win, damn it, they went out and they expressed their feelings, their thoughts. They put in, right? Like, I don't want them to not be able to live their best life. Just don't want it. That's where I'm coming from. I want it for every kid. I would love for them to get an education because they out here banning books, burning them, and trying to teach my grandbaby, at least in Florida, and thank God they have left Florida, that slavery was just a great way to get some job skills. Look at that. Hey, I helped you out. Exhausting. But you know what? I got this one. Because, you know, I'm 27 minutes in. I want to wrap this up. I'm going to let you guys get back to your Fridays. But this goes to all of my Christian brethren. And no, I am not. I am non-denominational. I was raised as Christian. I was. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that I didn't walk away from organized religion. I walked away from organized religion like in the early late 80s, early 90s. Right when Jimmy Swaggart sinned. That's what I was like. And who is that? Tammy and her husband was stealing all the stuff. Yeah. I was like, you know, something here does not smell right. I don't understand. Yes. I decided to go for a more concentrated relationship with God at that point. Because personally, I believe that organized religion was because of man. Man adds all these extra rules and regulations and made up whatnot. And it just becomes all sort of ridiculous. And then, yeah, you get that. So no, but I will say this, going back to that, because there's so many Christians right now. So many who are, I don't know, quoting Bible verses and clutching their pearls and acting as if they're the best thing since sliced bread. And if you don't agree with me, then clearly you can't be Christian. Okay, I see you. I'm going to say two things. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say two things. One, I'm going to share this Bible verse because I like to let people know self-awareness. There are so many of us who are not self-aware. You know, I often talk about how I check my biases and how I recognize that there's a great part to Gwendolyn and then there's this ugly part to Gwendolyn because that's human. We got some ugly parts inside. Don't know if you know that, kids. We are jacked up. Humans are fatally flawed, just in case you didn't know. And for that beautiful book that everybody claims that they read and clutch so tight to their chest, it even says it. This is from Romans 3:10-12. that there are none righteous, no, not one. There is not one that understandeth. There is not one that seeks after God. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. We are all jacked up. Every single one. So all those folks who are throwing stones out of their glass house, you got a lot of holes. I know you got some jacked up, some messed up windows and doors and walls and all the things. Gotta be. That's probably how I stay so sane. Is that one, I stay in prayer. That's one. But then two, I recognize humans are fairly flawed. We got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. I am here for the fight. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. And I will share this as well, because, Ron and I, we talk about religion a lot. And it baffles me the number of people who say awful, awful things. And they mask it behind religion. If there's anything I want for 2025, is I would love for people to stop masking their hate behind religion. Okay? Stop trying to throw in, well, I believe in Jesus and I follow after you've said something overtly racist and misogynistic and homophobic. Like, just cut it out. Just like full stop. Full. Like, just stop. Just say what you gotta say and be done with it. Like, we would all appreciate it. I mean, like, are we done telling these lies to ourselves? Aren't we done? We claim to be pro-life, but yet still we got mothers out here dying because we don't want to give them health care. So I don't know about that. But people check your energy. And my mama always told me this, that you don't have to go to church. You are the church. People recognize who you are and what you believe in your relationship with whatever higher power by you. What you do and what you say. Because you can say a lot of stuff, but if you got some evil deeds, you're saying some really awful things, you're participating in just like, vile things. And your heart is about as dark as it can be. Trust, we gonna recognize it. People don't ask me what church I go to. They don't ask. There is just this understanding that by the way I behave, the way I treat my fellow man, that she's got to have a connection with God. Trust, it's there. It's there. When you see me, you are seeing the church in action. You love your fellow man. You don't kick him or her or they when they are down. You lift them up. That's what you do. Now, I don't know what Bible y'all reading. I don't know what Bible you read, if you read it at all. Let me just say that. But it's okay. The way I see it is, it's okay. I am in for whatever fight comes up next. The good Lord didn't make mistakes. He put us all here. We look the way we look because we're supposed to. And we all have a purpose while we're here. That's how I see it. He didn't make any mistakes here. Zero mistakes. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can get on their knees and they can call them up, file a complaint, call management. You can call management if you want to. But I will say this, I pray that all of you stay safe. Like, real talk, people out here doing some crazy things. Oh, dear Jesus. Like I said, I stay in prayer because we are getting to a place that honestly, I didn't think I would be at the age of 49. I thought we would be further along. And yet we are walking backwards. But it's okay. We're going to fight a good fight and we're going to keep on keeping on. Keep hope alive, as Jesse used to say. Have a safe weekend. If you have not voted, make sure you vote. I got my vote in. Voting early, at least I know for Texas, still goes on, if I'm not mistaken, until Sunday, 7:00, I want to say. Check your website to make sure that you got the right time. But get your vote in. Have a plan for voting. Get it done. Your voice matters. Don't sleep on it. Oh my goodness. But have a good one, everybody. I will see you all. I believe I'll be here next week because I have a list of topics. I've been trashing them because this election season has just jacked up all of my good karma and energy. I'm just feeling all kinds of, but I'm going to work it out. I'm going to work it out with some ginger ale. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching another episode of Girl, Listen. Be sure to tune in every other Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we also invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.